Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once about all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today's video, we will like this video to be a reminder to all the graduates. The recent graduate, it's late in November, it's approaching December. Probably some of the uni students that you are still in the examination blocks. That means that you are, you have allocated in blocks to actually take the final exam. So hopefully that you will pass. Now this will be marked as a reminding video, and also we'll talk about some of the complex cases in regards to temporary graduate visa subclass 485. Now we understand 485 has been a very 2024 has been a very challenging year for 485 visa applicants or potential applicants because they have dropped the age limitation from 50 down to 35, and they also increase a little bit, just a little bit of the English language proficiency requirements. However, they did open up for the associate degree and also for the graduate certificate and graduate diplomas, which both one were unable to actually lodge 485 visa previously. However, this reminder, let's talk about some of the not the real issues, but it does cause a lot of pain. Now, for example, obviously we understand the Australian study requirement, but do you know that once you graduated or completing your courses, is required that you need to lodge your 485 visa within 6 months. Now, let's talk about first things. Now, graduating or completing, it's probably or perhaps 99% they are on different dates, right? A lot of people thought about graduated and then they count another 6 months. Then that will be a wrong calculation. First of all, if you graduate or complete your courses, you're more than likely, I would say 80 to 90% that your current visa will actually run out and expires on the 15th of March 2025. Now, graduation, sometimes the ceremony can be a month or 2 months away after you completing the courses. So from calculating your graduation certificate issue date, you will be completely wrong, because the actual requirement should really go back to the completion of the courses. So it's actually very important. A lot of people got this wrong. So if you take your examination, so just showing you the 485 visa web page, it's pretty simple. It's not simple, it has been simplified, but there are a lot of detail you really need to take into look into those nitty-gritty. Otherwise, if you hit the wrong issues, for example, you need to have a legible qualification and degree level. Yes, of course, but within 6 months, right? But it doesn't say much about here. So we're talking about it's not actually the graduation date, it should be the completion date. Now, how do you find out your completion date? Usually when you log into your university or whatever the institution's portal and you find out you have passed everything and you're about to graduate, the first thing you need to do, you should really run or contact the student center. You can email them, or you can just physically go into the student center and give them your student ID and say, look, I'm required to get a completion letter, or there are some of the university or institution, they call it letter of completion. Either way, it's either completion letter or letter of completion, they are the same. And on that letter, it should specify the courses that you study, the duration of the courses that you have conducted, and the completion date. So the completion date will then be used to calculate 6 months forward the date that you should really apply your 485 visa. If you're exceeding that date, bad luck, everything is gone. it's rubbish. It's still going the trash away. So you won't meet the requirement anymore. And what does that mean to you? A lot of people actually end up in this situation. Well, usually there's no way unless you wanted to re-enroll and get another master course study. Otherwise, you basically just need to depart and leave Australia. So that's one thing that I wanted to remind everyone. And also, a lot of people is struggling on the completion on that 6 months is because once you graduate and complete your examination, the first thing that the graduate do is they go, celebrate, happy, holiday, exciting, getting along with the friends and going out for trips and things just to celebrate. It's something that you should really celebrate. However, if you haven't done so on your English tests, for example, IELTS or PTE, whichever that is, you should really book them straight away. Otherwise, a lot of people come back from the holiday, because some people took holiday for 2 months, some people took a holiday for almost 3 months, depends, and understanding that your visa expires on the 15th of March, they return back to Australia, or they only got back from holiday. You can be overseas as well, and they found out, oh doom, I haven't done my IELTS test, I haven't go attend the PTE tests. So then yes, you still have time to actually attend it and get the examination done, yes, but if you fail one subject or one band, for example, listening, reading, and writing or speaking, if you fail one of that band, then that result will be deemed invalid for you to actually launch 485 visa. Then your visa expires. Now that's another problem. That is a real problem there. Now, generally speaking, a university graduate, they should have a letter of completion with a date. Usually it will be early December or very late November. For example, this Friday, perhaps this Friday will be 29th of November. A lot of people might already complete their courses, so they will have a completion letter or letter of completion dating on the 29th of November. Then you have 6 months to go, and that means that counting 6 months, that will be about May. Now, good question here is, but I don't have a student visa until May though. Can I lodge in May? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, if you're a level 1 passport holders, for example, you're holding passport from Japan, Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, it would be pretty easy for you to get an ETA subclass 601 to come back to Australia, and you will have enough time to lodge before late May. That's 6 months lapse from the completion date. But if you are if you're a passport holder of other than those level 1 country, that you will not be able to lodge an electronic travel authority visa, that's electronic 601 visa, then I will strongly advise before the expires of your student visa, you lodge another 600 visa for the reason of the graduation period of time. Immigration will usually grant those visa for you, so that's another, for example, 3 months or 6 months, and you'll be enough to actually roll your visa, your stay, from the late May until from the 15th of March to late May. Now, problem with using this ETA or 600 visa is obviously it's a visitor visa. You lose all the work rights. Now, that means if you want to manage your temporary graduate visa smoothly and effectively, you should really have everything done before the 15th of March. Then you have nothing to worry about. Now, last but not least, the complex cases here is that, now what if I lodge a 485 visa and fail, I get refused? Now, it's a very problematic issue. It's very complex. It really depends on what sort of ground. For example, a lot of people lodge their visa DIY. They thought they had paid the visa fee, they can just go away, and they did not attach the required document into email account. For example, the Australian Federal Police checks A lot of people might not attach the right one or attach the wrong one. You do know there's about 10 or 12 category when you apply Australian Federal Police certificates. If you choose the wrong category, you basically waste the money, waste the time, and your visa is deemed to be refused as well. And also some people, they apply for 45 visa and they just forgot to go medical checks because they were too happy to go on holiday and they got refused as well. Now, all these cases, it's complex. You need to appeal, because if you don't appeal, you lose all your 45 visa. You appeal, now the charge is now $3,000 above. That's just paying the administrative review tribunal fees, and plus the professional fee. I would say easily going up to about $5,000. So $5,000 to actually revive back your 485 visa, is it worth it? Probably not. So you need to really manage it correctly. Now, I'm not saying you cannot do that. You still can appeal and you still can win it back if you provide the right federal police check certificate. If you go and attend the medical check and get it all done, then you usually get your 485 visa back. But the hurdle going through and the fee charge going through this, it's just crazy. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave a comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.